Magnesium, vitamin D3, and vitamin K2. This might just be the most important supplement combo you'll ever hear about. And if we're being real, more than half the population could benefit from taking them. Why? Because the vast majority of people are deficient in at least one, if not all, of these crucial nutrients. And it's no coincidence that heart disease, dementia, high blood pressure, and diabetes are still on the rise. Now let's be clear. We're not saying that taking these vitamins will prevent those conditions outright, but science shows that magnesium and vitamin D deficiency dramatically increase your risk of developing serious problems like heart disease, kidney issues, cognitive decline, and even metabolic disorders. So yes, including magnesium, vitamin D3, and K2 in your routine is a smart move. But here's the problem. Many people make critical mistakes when taking them. Mistakes that can actually backfire, leading to calcium buildup in your arteries, atrial fibrillation, and in some cases, even stroke. That's why in this video, we're going to break down 11 very important things you need to know before taking this combo, so you get the full benefit without putting your health at risk. Before we start, please hit that like button and subscribe to the channel so that the video will reach more people who will benefit from it. Let's dive in. 1. These nutrients work as a team, but only if you get the dosage right. Magnesium, vitamin D3, and vitamin K2 form one of the most powerful supplement combinations for overall health, but only when taken in the right way and in the right dose. Magnesium is essential for heart rhythm, blood sugar control, kidney health, and even brain function. It also plays a key role in activating vitamin D3. Without enough magnesium, your body can't properly use the D3 you take. Vitamin D3 helps your body absorb calcium, but without vitamin K2, that calcium can end up in your arteries instead of your bones, raising the risk of heart disease and calcification. K2 acts like a traffic director, guiding calcium to where it's needed most, like your bones and teeth. That's why it's crucial to get the dosage right. Most adults need around 300 to 400 milligrams of magnesium daily, ideally in a well-absorbed form like magnesium glycinate. While it's great before bed for better sleep, splitting the dose, 200 milligrams in the morning and 200 milligrams in the evening, can offer better all-day support. Vitamin D3 and K2 should be taken in the morning with a meal that includes healthy fats like avocado or olive oil for proper absorption. Experts often recommend 5,000 to 10,000 IU of D3 daily alongside K2 in a 100-to-1 ratio. So if you're taking 5,000 IU of D3, you should take about 50 micrograms of K2. Taken correctly, this combo can support your heart, bones, brain, and more. But if you get it wrong, it could do more harm than good. 2. Taking high doses of D3 without K2 can be dangerous. Many people make the mistake of taking high doses of vitamin D3, sometimes 5,000 to 10,000 IU daily, without adding enough vitamin K2, or worse, skipping it entirely. This can be dangerous because while D3 helps your body absorb calcium, without K2, that calcium can build up in the wrong places, like your arteries, joints, or kidneys, instead of going into your bones. Over time, this can increase the risk of arterial calcification, high blood pressure, and even stroke. K2 is what keeps calcium in check, so taking D3 without it is like stepping on the gas without steering. 3. Make sure you don't underdose or overdose by buying the wrong supplement. One of the biggest mistakes people make with magnesium, D3, and K2 supplements is getting the dosage wrong, either by overdosing or underdosing without even realizing it. And this is especially common with magnesium. A lot of people unknowingly underdose magnesium because many supplement brands use misleading labels. You'll often see 400 milligrams of magnesium glycinate printed boldly on the front of the bottle. But if you flip it around and read the small print, it actually contains only 60 milligrams or 90 milligrams of elemental magnesium. That 400 milligrams refers to the entire compound, not the actual magnesium your body can absorb. So someone might take one capsule thinking they're getting the full 400 milligrams, but in reality, they're only getting a fraction and then wonder why they don't feel any real difference, even after months of supplementing. This can be very dangerous if you're counting on your magnesium supplementation to bring down your blood pressure. Remember, because without adequate magnesium, you cannot properly absorb potassium and utilize it in the body. And a deficiency in these two can make your blood pressure go sky high, not to mention more than 300 other crucial functions in the body. Here's the truth. It's almost physically impossible to fit 400 milligrams of elemental magnesium in just 1 or 2 average-sized capsules. If you see a brand claiming that, it's probably not telling the full story. If you're curious, we've linked to some trustworthy brands in the description. Brands that actually contain what they claim, verified by lab testing. And if you haven't seen it yet, we also made a video breaking down the results of those lab tests, showing which popular brands passed and which ones didn't. The link's in the description. 4. You need fat to absorb vitamin D3 and K2. Vitamin D3 and K2 are fat-soluble vitamins, which means your body can't absorb them properly without dietary fat. Taking them on an empty stomach or with a low-fat meal is one of the most common mistakes people make. Without fat, much of the D3 and K2 you take simply passes through your system unused. That's why it's best to take them in the morning with a meal that includes healthy fats like avocado, olive oil, nuts, or eggs. Like we mentioned before, this simple step can dramatically improve how well your body absorbs and uses these powerful nutrients. 5. Magnesium deficiency can make vitamin D3 useless. Most people don't realize that magnesium is essential for activating vitamin D3 in the body. Without enough magnesium, the vitamin D you take stays in its inactive form, which means your body can't use it. So even if you're taking 5,000 or even 10,000 IU of D3 every day, if you're magnesium deficient, it's almost like you're taking nothing at all. And that's a big problem because vitamin D3 plays a crucial role in regulating blood pressure, supporting insulin sensitivity, keeping your immune system sharp, and even protecting your mood. A deficiency in D3 has been linked to everything from depression and fatigue to frequent infections and blood sugar problems. I can tell you from experience, low vitamin D can make you feel like hell. You might feel tired all the time, anxious, foggy, or just not like yourself. And the worst part? If you're already taking vitamin D3, you probably wouldn't even suspect low vitamin D is the issue. You'll keep wondering, what's wrong with me? Not knowing that your body simply can't absorb or activate what you're giving it. 6. You can't rely on blood tests to accurately diagnose magnesium deficiency. Most people assume that if their magnesium blood test comes back normal, they're in the clear. But that's far from the truth, and here's why. Less than 1% of your body's total magnesium is found in your blood. The rest, about 99%, is stored inside your bones, muscles, and cells, where blood tests can't see it. Your body works hard to keep blood magnesium levels stable, even if it means pulling magnesium from your bones or muscles to do it. That's because magnesium plays a role in critical functions like heartbeat regulation, nerve signals, and muscle contractions. So even if you're severely deficient at the cellular level, your blood test may still look normal. It's like checking the fuel in your car by looking at the exhaust pipe. It tells you nothing about what's actually in the tank. Your body also has clever ways of recycling and conserving magnesium when levels are low. It'll reduce how much it excretes through urine, and it may even borrow magnesium from tissues where it's desperately needed, all just to keep your blood levels from dropping too low. That's why magnesium deficiency often goes undetected until symptoms show up, like muscle cramps, fatigue, anxiety, poor sleep, or heart palpitations. And even if you're eating what seems like a healthy diet, you still might not be getting enough magnesium. Why? Because, thanks to modern farming practices and mineral-depleted soil, the magnesium content in our vegetables and grains has dropped dramatically over the past 50 years. Crops today simply don't contain the same amount of magnesium they used to. On top of that, stress, caffeine, alcohol, sugar, certain medications, and even sweating can all drain magnesium levels faster than you can replenish them. So, relying on a standard blood test to assess magnesium status is not only misleading, it can actually give you a false sense of security. If you're feeling off, but your test is normal, magnesium deficiency could still be the missing piece of the puzzle. 7. There are 2 main forms of K2, and one is better. When it comes to vitamin K2, not all forms are created equal. The 2 main types are MK4 and MK7. And while both support heart and bone health, MK7 is the superior form, especially when it comes to supplements. MK7 stays in your body much longer than MK4, which means it can work more effectively over time. It has a longer half-life, allowing for more stable blood levels and better activation of proteins that help keep calcium in your bones and out of your arteries. That's exactly what you want when taking vitamin D3, which increases calcium absorption. 8. K2 and D3 can improve heart health, but only with magnesium. Vitamin D3 and K2 are often praised for their role in protecting the heart, and for good reason. But there's a catch. This heart protective team doesn't work well without magnesium. Magnesium is the cofactor that activates the enzymes your body needs to process both vitamin D3 and K2. Without enough magnesium, vitamin D3 can't be converted into its active form, and K2 can't efficiently move calcium into the right places. Instead of supporting your heart, this imbalance could potentially lead to calcium building up in soft tissues and blood vessels. 9. What other nutrients do you need for your body to properly utilize these nutrients? While magnesium, vitamin D3, and K2 work powerfully together, there's one more nutrient that plays a critical behind-the-scenes role: zinc. Zinc helps regulate vitamin D receptors and supports your immune system, insulin function, and cellular repair. But here's the catch. If you're supplementing with high doses of zinc over time, especially more than 30 milligrams daily, you also need to include copper to maintain balance. Too much zinc without copper can lead to a copper deficiency, which affects energy levels, heart rhythm, and even weakens your immune system. So if you're adding zinc to your D3, K2, and magnesium routine, be smart. Consider a balanced zinc to copper ratio, typically around 10:1, to keep everything in harmony. 10. Carbs can deplete your magnesium big time. Carbs, especially refined carbs, can seriously deplete your magnesium levels. Every time you eat sugar or processed carbs like white bread, pastries, or soda, your body needs extra magnesium to metabolize them. The more of these foods you eat, the more magnesium your body burns through just to process the sugar spike, and that can quickly drain your reserves. This is where many people go wrong. They think, well, I take a bunch of supplements now, so I can eat whatever I want. But that's a big mistake. Supplements are meant to support a healthy lifestyle, not replace it. If your diet is loaded with processed junk, you're basically forcing your body to fight an uphill battle, and no supplement can fully undo that damage. So if you're spending your money on magnesium, D3, and K2, but still living on fast food and sugar, you might as well be flushing those capsules down the toilet. To truly feel the benefits, your supplements should complement a clean, whole food-based diet, not try to make up for a poor one. 11. Certain medications and health conditions can deplete or block these nutrients. Many people don't realize that common medications like proton pump inhibitors, PPEs, for acid reflux, diuretics, birth control pills, and even some blood pressure medications can severely deplete your body's magnesium and zinc levels over time. And without enough magnesium, your body can't activate vitamin D3 or properly use K2. Even health conditions like diabetes, chronic stress, or poor gut health can interfere with how well you absorb and retain these nutrients. So, if you're on any long-term medication or have a chronic health issue, it's even more important to monitor your intake, choose highly absorbable forms, and work with a health professional if needed. Thanks for watching. Remember, while magnesium, vitamin D3, and K2 can offer incredible benefits, everyone's body is different. So always consult your healthcare provider before starting or stopping any supplement. If you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel for more clear, science-backed health videos just like this one. Stay healthy and see you in the next one.